on. I think we figured it out. Let's see what happens next. New game. You can see it. It's alive. Alright. I'm gonna leave that for now. I just need to close this. Close this. Pause that. Alright, campaign. I'll do more guidance just so. Did you do more guidance the second time you started?
No.
I'm just curious what tips they're gonna do. I like to play these.
I found it annoying when I did it.
When you did it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, some of the portraits are locked. Well, if it gets annoying, I can always turn it down. I'm sure that will be an option.
You'd have to restart though.
I'm not worried about it. Oh, did you see the, some of the symbols? I don't know if you're watching my stream, but there's like a Greek soldier kind of looking one.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Herbert egg. If you are on my stream, can you just say yo in the chat just so I see if something's wrong? Burr Jorgensen. That's our name. Done. So right now, are you watching my stream?
One sec.
Tell me when you are, because this is the Imperial pack. I can choose alternative skins in my game. I can turn on the Imperial train and the Imperial command ship. It basically is like a tick box. Which is kind of cool.
More sec.
I love this memorial, the Anno 1602 memorial. It's so incredible.
Yeah, so I had the same checkmarks you do. So Imperial Command Ship, Imperial Train I had checked, and then Anno Memorial was a mission. And then I went to Custom, and I turned what you did. I turned, so the second playthrough, not the first, the second playthrough, I got rid of that bitch barrel. I got,
Oh, aren't you just itching to...
I turned on, like, complete view on the map.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Did you turn the pirates off?
I don't recall seeing pirates.
Do you have to run into
So,
them?
no, I kept them on.
Do you run
I think
into
so.
them?
The far right guy you run into in the New World.
How annoying are they, I guess, is my best question.
I haven't. So this Jalna for Tron motherfucker, started progressing in the New World, and he's just like, fuck you, -28, get wrecked. But he never attacked me after that. So he went to war with me, but he never attacked me. And this Anne chick, I never ran into her at all. I never even heard from her in my first playthrough.
Oh, never mind my chat. Victory conditions are unlimited. Gotta say, I like the feel of this new mouse. I don't think... Basically, I have this multi-chat stream thing that I can see multiple chats at the same time, but I don't think it's working.
Since that day you saved my life, I have presumed I knew you. But now, 1,000 letters from your father go unopened, yet one scribbled from your sister changes everything? I didn't even know you had a sister. We are broke, old pal. We can't afford a passage back to your old world, back to your family. Not unless you've remembered what work is. Dynamite fishing? You're serious? Well, the village north is always short on food. Remember when we escaped the pits back when? Still some dynamite left. Here it is. Just get plenty of distance on the throw. A long sea journey won't make me give up my vow to stick by you.
Get wrecked like what?
Still trying to get used to that smell of char. Even more roasted fish.
Pew pew.
Oh, what the chimichurri was that, Boom?
You do have an eye for opportunity. After all, it's not TNT the locals are short of. All the blistered fish they could ever want.
With that first bang, I knew it was you. So, come show me what you got this time.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Ah, that burnt reek. Ugh. Hand over whatever it is and I'll help you get rid of it. Here are your tickets. Hurry, drifters. The boat is leaving soon, and nobody wants you to miss it.
Wow, that's rude. Fine, I'll leave.
So, this is it. We're leaving paradise behind. You never talked much about family and the like. But you're dead serious about this, aren't you? No matter. I made a vow to defend you. And I don't break an oath. even if a blind man could see you leap into the deepest pit of dung.
Off we go to the old world.
I have never asked anything of you, firstborn. Not when you stole away a tiptoe, leaving the family
snap,
burden
take
at your
it
little
easy,
sister's
mate,
door.
bro.
Our father is accused of high treason.
Easy.
Dare you to believe it? Will you now stand by, knowing gentle father is indungeoned? It must kill him. Please come home. We need you.
You need my help, what can I say?
Is it really you, dearest sibling? I never dared hope you'd return. Do you remember Bright Sands? Of course you do. We loved it here. It's changed now. The Royal Council support Uncle Edvard. Father barely cold, and he's pulling everything down.
See what we
All those houses. You never said how wealthy you were. Why were we selling fish and sleeping in barns?
I will
Never
text
told
you
your friend
slash
of good
come
in
back on
Sons.
Discord. Be right back.
There is much to be said, but not now. Dear father's funeral
Whoa,
begins.
look at this.
Where have you been? Without you brats, we'll never be done with this obligation.
Jesus.
Looks like Death claimed the wrong brother.
Oh.
No matter so few are here, when they are the few he loved most.
Nobody likes a traitor, let alone his tainted offspring. Better make yourself scarce.
This guy's rude.
We shall, dear sibling, for now. I have acquired a small island with the last of my funds, and passage for all still loyal to father. Together, we shall clear his name, or die trying.
Your sister reminds me of you. Must mean new adventures await, old pal.
This is it. Ditchwater. End of the world. I hope you like it quiet.
Is that the name of our island? Ditchwater? Really? Current population? 1. Tale of Two Brothers. Wait,
What?
did it actually
Still here?
change her name
Establishing
to
a rival company
That's
on that
interesting.
disheveled island?
Let Uncle Edvard scoff. A modest island,
our
yes,
uncle?
but if you're at all like father, you'll look beyond appearances. We must shelter the good, loyal people who have shown solidarity with our family. We need every hand we can get if we are to expunge this debris.
So... Oh, she just has a similar name to me. For some reason, we just... There we go. Whatever. So that's gonna go there. We have a system. Oh, I know, no one can reach it.
I checked the manifests. Not all our facilities are able to deliver the goods they produce. Please correct the situation.
Situation? You want me to correct it?
I'm not going to say I didn't think it possible.
We should be doubling up our
You reached a new milestone.
Who's stinking like such cheese?
They changed something here. I got the graphics, not exactly on
My
Ultra.
basket is flowing over.
Do you remain here out of spite? Or is this some futile attempt at competition? As you are so desperate to appear responsible, you'll be pleased to hear the cost of that fantastical funeral falls to you.
Never sample, sir. Miserly, uncharitable dastard, picking and choosing what he inherits.
You farm elf can't even roll up
Used to be able
silent.
to grab this one house, drag it over, and then yeah, like that. Why couldn't they do that over there? Oh, it was because of that bullshit. I really thought this is because this need more people. I guess we should have got this gun. This is not going to be a very nice island, is it? Okay, we're back.
See what slander Edvard Prince and Bright Sands.
There we go. Oh.
Samuel's child, is it? Thank heavens. I am so ashamed of every single word your uncle had me print.
I'm confused. Speaks of... Oh. I see.
Game saved.
Interesting. So basically...
He twists every article in his favour at our and father's expense. Timber, very good. I'll try not to think of the coffin.
Not gonna lie. That's funny, you gave me the shame for placing.
We need something first.
That works.
Get some rest.
Speed up time for this part because we're basically waiting. This is definitely slower than the free mode. that's still doing 80%. That's how I was trying to do it earlier. That's crap. They're everywhere. Wow, you really can't explain.
Game saved.
Very natural.
We're fed at least.
I know.
Father wouldn't have wanted us to sit on our hands while our one prospect was in such a state. So let's gather our townsfolk and ask them to spruce the place up.
Oh, they're already clearing it.
Mourning is eased. Now we have others for company, sibling.
Nice.
It's been a hard day of labor for us all. We should cater to our tired, hungry people.
Fishery should be enough fishery. But,
You reached a new milestone.
Abandoned market districts. Build a small warehouse. Connect.
help enough to demolish the larger ruins. Let's breathe some life into this place. Everything you've built so far consumed wood. We'll be needing more of it to continue.
It's been a long, hard day. The people need to rest. And maybe wet their whistles.
Eldest, you outdo yourself.
Game saved. A fire broke out.
Nice day for it.
Fire runs wild. Fight this inferno fast.
Bastard, bastard. Whoa, there he goes.
I just know you'll give for a worthy cause. I feel better already.
A single schnapps.
Just like old times.
There's another bear. There's a wolf. There's another wolf. Give me that money.
The Jorgensen Trust couldn't be more grateful.
Game saved.
Good job. Good job, Preston. Continue.
Feels an eternity since the funeral. And the cost! Oh, why, it was extortionate. Repay me now, or sell up.
How much
I feel sick to the stomach that Edvard could ask so much of us so soon after Father's death.
Wait,
So brave, and so many lives saved.
That's it?
The fire has been vanquished.
4 schnapps, that's all. Get out of my face.
Your people are recovered and desirous to proceed. Set them to it. We're going to need as much space as we can clear.
Ready to repay my charity? Ready to repay my charity? Don't think you're finished, brat.
When can we destroy him?
I loathe the reek of lanolin, but if farmers' smocks are all you have...
Speak to our humble cousin. He writes of a worker riot in Bright Sands. It seems we are not alone in our contempt for Edvard. Is there no limit to Uncle's shameless demands?
Shameless. Absolutely shameless.
don't even have to trade. It's just in case. A major partner like you will delight the board.
Production chains
You're the example to us all.
especially recently.
You've only gone and done it.
Oh, we're in a good spot.
No, I didn't realize we were like 30 workers shy of 40 workers shy.
I've somewhat to put before a townsperson. Please, couldn't muck me out, could ya? Branches of one elm, are we not? It is unethical. We'll gather and toast your elf.
Game saved.
We'd rather die than stay. Our flags still wave for Samuel. Let Edvard oppress us no more.
A life away from Edvard, we're on board. Only, we've no shit to get on board of.
If you pick me, you may have my boat. It's my poor aunt's legacy. Her second husband was a decent sailor.
If your father...
Everybody on board? Good. I shiver at the thought of staying here another...
What? Has your cleft of the family no shame that it now resorts to abducting my workers? The Queen's ambassador himself shall hear of this.
Abduction is a severe accusation.
And if I may, excuse me, a false one. We left Edvard quite willingly.
What up, Killer King? Thanks for
Pencil
following.
polishing Popinjay. I should have been rid of you long ago.
I see nothing criminal. A bit of interfamilial bickering is only natural, and hardly a matter for the crown. And as for you, I have quite forgotten my manners. Sir Archibald Blake, ambassador and confidant to the Queen. Despite the circumstances, Her Majesty and I were pleased to hear of your return. Your father's death was a tragedy. We regret he never had the chance of a fair trial.
The real tragedy here is the vast funeral bill that goes unpaid, while this brat is living the life of O'Reilly.
Sadly, your uncle has indeed alerted me to some floating liabilities. I fear you have no choice but to settle them if I am to grant you your crown shipping license.
Edvard registered the debt officially.
Don't worry. That old tyrant can't hold us back anymore.
Indeed. Once my letterpress is up and running, the truth will come back to haunt Edvard.
Oh, I do like
for your hospitality, please use my ship howsoever you may wish.
Now that sounds like good.
It's got a cat on the sails. There's a cat on the sails.
As to the debt, my hands are tied, but it may warm Her Majesty's heart to see a new enterprise taking shape.
I love your name.
Maybe Edvard will try to prevent us owning a shipyard, but for now, let's at least house those workers.
Let's see if there's a cat on here for sure. Nope, it's gone.
After you, that on dry land. You will not spoil my plans with your tardiness.
Oh, they want us to upgrade a house to a worker residence.
You reached a new milestone.
Clear this zone, nice.
Workers can handle stubborn debris on ditch water. If it's to be the center of our new enterprise, it needs to be immaculate.
I mean, this definitely, the campaign doesn't let you do exactly what you want. Oh, let me, oh, yeah, like the audio is not as loud as...
Our dream of a shipyard is impossible without plenty of qualified hands.
How about that? That might be better. Yeah, the music is always the problem. It's a little loud still. This game is about building cities, and more recently, I played the beta. Why won't it let me make that 40? Anyways, so the way this game works is you have production chains. So you have villagers and stuff, and they need things that make them happy, like clothes, fish. To make them clothes, I need sheep farms, and then I need framework knitters. And here are my sheep farms. And here is the you can see here, woolen smocks. And they make them, and I need enough to support my population and keep them happy. And then that's their needs. And then on the happiness side, you can give them liquor, some schnapps, and a pub, which is this building. And now the pub and the schnapps, funny enough, aren't actually connected for some reason in regards to how this applies. Yeah, you can build the civilization however you want. And then there's a whole...
Tell me you've managed something.
Sailing through the unknown sort of a deal. Now this is all revealed right now because it makes it a bit quicker for me
With
to
several
do some of the
passionate
stuff.
young reporters enlisted, our publishing house is already well underway.
Honest work, that's all we ask.
Do we still have to give them those for...
Tell me you've managed something.
Perhaps I was wrong to think rushing ahead's tactless.
Tell me you've managed. Baba, black sheep. Have you any wool?
Okay, so we have to get
sir. Yes, sir. 4 bags full.
Now this is the campaign, so there's a bit of like, this guy's your uncle and he's being a jackass. I literally just started the game, but I'm pretty good at it. Well, I wouldn't say good at it. I know the game well. That's the best way to put it. Empire Earth kind of was pretty awesome for the time, but now when I look back, I actually tried to play it not too long ago, like 5 years ago, and it was terrible. The battles here in this are not ground based; they're all navy based. The combat is fun. Like I was playing the beta, open beta, and it definitely becomes fun doing
Our editorial section is sure to grow along with your city. We are fine-tuning the first issue as we speak.
And exactly, yeah, I know the mechanics. That's Empire Earth is definitely past its prime. Have you heard of? You remember Age of Empires? I'm sure then, right? Don't know if you've heard, but there's a new Age of Empires coming. They should give us a play. Place that right there and just do all the brick production out of here, because you can need a lot of room for this sometimes, depending how many you run. How many of these clay pits do? 3. And we'll run that one for now. We need a pig. Excuse me, the pig farms are kind of a pain. Dang, you haven't heard of Age of Empires? Damn. Similar vein, it would have inspired Empire Earth, if anything, actually. Age of Empires has a new game coming up. It's going to be incredible. I forget what pattern I figured out. Something like that. Maybe that was as close as I got to it. I don't know why I remember doing this differently. I mean, I'm gonna try this. I don't remember doing it this way, but basically there's efficient ways to lay out your farms. Now you can Google how the most efficient way. Kind of just like play with it. And that works. And then I need a slaughterhouse. Sorry, pigs. Can they even reach that? Now there's two things here. We can put the slaughterhouse right here so that they can grab the pigs right away, which is one thing, or we can just put them over here because they can grab it for any warehouse. The thing I like with that is keep it out of the way of all the other stuff. We can keep this more organized for farmland. Tempted to build another one of these. So keep on 20. Let's do that. Should probably get another clay thing going. It's definitely worth checking out if the new one comes out. I wouldn't say go back at this point, but I mean you could. The Age of Empires 3 is on Steam, and it goes on sale regularly. Look at all these peeps.
Dreams of nuts, bolts.
Let's upgrade.
You reached a new milestone.
Wait for Edward to contact you about the debt. Okay.
You have father's fortitude. These people will follow you as they once followed him.
Your worthless rags have barely covered anything. Now, bring me sails. It's not like you have any use for them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Clearly Uncle's intention is to keep us from ever owning a shipyard.
Well, that's not good.
Game saved.
So we're just going to double up this production. Actually, needs water.
Your city has grown uglier.
Clay. Damn, bro. Oh. Forgot about those. Clay, that's what we need, not this crap. I guess this one's closer on the right. I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, definitely Age of Empires is worth adding to your wish list. take advantage of this. Well, I cleared out. I guess when you have enough residents, you can click on stuff and they get rid of it for you, so deal. Take that. Nice. Alrighty, so we need 2 more of these, which will mirror over here. Just need 1 more brick. Come on. Oh, there we go. Now we can start making those sails, even though we don't want to yet, really. I wouldn't normally do that this early, but we're being forced to. Little things I can click on that I haven't. I'm out of free wood from these destroyed buildings or warehouses. Everything is at least even.
Game saved.
Now I could get bread started, like the cycle
Workforce shortage
or chain. Oh shit! I'm mad short on workers though. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's fix this. Bit of an accident there. Small oversight, that's all. There you go, so that's at least a good chunk of them. Hi everybody.
Gorgeous!
Wood upgrade costs.
I have a fitting for new boots.
Come on. I don't know why I want to need more lumber. More lumber, please. I mean, We got that fourth one going.
Where are my sails?
What are my sails? I thought. Yeah, I don't know why these numbers are so. They're supposed to be. Is just because this shit's full? That's not the case. Oh, it's just insufficient workers. %. Wait, why can't we? Oh, we can't.
Where are my sails? Nothing you do will lift the cloud. Haven't seen a prison transport of mine, have you? If you do, be sure to return any salvage to me.
Flagship. Yeah.
Game saved.
Saved? Do you also then save us from a grievous injustice? Edward's charges against us are pure fabrication. The man is an impostor.
A letter. It bears Edvard's seal.
These are good times. Could they be even better?
Don't even think about sheltering Samuel's co-conspirators. Deliver them to prison at once, and I might lift your debt.
Think of it as hard evidence of your character.
Oh, this one. This foul language, 16 years is hard labor. Dying.
It cannot be. These names are those Father trusted most. Barristers, doctors, academics. Even I am astonished he could be this corrupt. We must put their cases before the highest authority and hope for a retrial.
He certainly knows how to silence his critics.
They're doing that before he silences us.
I hope you don't disapprove of gift giving.
I'll take your 2 G's. Relax, our bullshit one.
Not bad for a big boss.
I have discovered some inefficiencies we ought to address.
If you pop off now, you'll be back in time for tennis.
I didn't even get to read what that was. I don't know how to bring it back up for some reason yet. Alright, so...
Game saved.
What I wouldn't give to get out of my shuttered bureau.
We lack the requisite materials.
Oh, that would do it. Like, how does this guy not have materials?
What is it you are bringing? Did he really? Oh dear. Best leave these poor people with me. I will tell Edvard that the debt between you is quite settled.
That was none of your business.
And what right has the Crown to meddle in my accounts? What right?
That's right. That's right indeed.
We are, all of us, quite moved by your selfless actions. Your father would be proud.
I am so relieved our legitimacy is no longer in question. Hurry! I already smell the tar. See, the masts are swaying from Father's study.
You're the example to us all.
Our city's historic first shipyard. We must document this moment in our first edition.
First edition. Oh shoot, I took photo. That's a cool shot there of the new shipyard.
A perfect snapshot to illustrate history in the making.
Game saved.
It's really cool. There's like newspaper stuff, but and then in the free sandbox version, you can like edit the newspapers, but it costs you influence, which ended up screwing me over in the beta. Not having the influence.
So you build ships like your father. Well, the Queen is in the direst need of ships.
Right. I think though
Supporting her will go some way to healing the wounds of the past.
A commission for the Royal Fleet, and in such quantity. A rare honor indeed. The weaponry they ask for presents a problem. I'm not even sure we have an iron load, do we?
Did you say iron load? We've got an iron load. Where are you, Jorgensen?
Game saved.
That's gonna be it for me. I had a lot of fun playing the game. That's I gotta work tomorrow morning, so I should probably call it night. That's gonna be it for me for now. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and following. I'm gonna be playing more of this game and possibly some Division 2. I'm playing a lot of that, and I'll possibly be streaming when we do the raid when it goes live. We're a pretty decent group that's going to be doing it. That's going to be it for me for now. SeamusGameus here. Sign off. And don't forget to game on. Later, Killer King.